Hi guys, this is DJ and welcome to my first ever Unity video. But before we start, I would like to give a shout out and just a little bit of news. The little bit of news is that there won't be any Minecraft videos for a while because my communion is coming up in about a week on the 9th of May 2015. And if I get enough money from my communion, I'm going to get a working capture card for my Xbox, because I did get one before, but it's in black and white. So I'll try and get a working one, so there'll be no Treehouse series, no Sky City, or no nothing until I get that. And now a big shout out to a guy. His name is His name is Jimmy Vegas, and he does like these Unity tutorials, and he taught me most of the stuff I'm about to teach you. So anyway, let's get started. So this is Unity 5. So once you open up your game, once you download it and all of that and get it opened up, you'll be presented with this window. And basically this is all of your games so far. Now, if you've just downloaded it, then as you can see here, I have a list of words going all down there, as you can see down there. But if you're just starting and this is your first ever time opening Unity, then nothing will be here. But you will see a blue button in the corner right there. Yeah, right there, and you just click on that blue button, and then you'll be presented with this window. So then, did I close that? No, I did not. Oh no, I created it. Okay, guys. Well, you can call it whatever you want. This is accidentally named New Unity Project. So if we move it back a bit, my iPod, so you can see the full screen. Now then, because most of you this will only be your first experience using Unity, I'll just show you around. So here is your hierarchy right here. Like everything that's in your game right here, that will be stored down there. Then here's your asset window, all this part down here. And what's in there is basically, if you go into Paint right here and then create an asset, like create a picture, and then drag and drop it into Unity, then it will appear down here. And then we'll get into creating materials and stuff later. Here's your game view, and then these three buttons up here should be a play, a pause, and a fast forward. Once we've imported our character, we can click on play, and then we'll play test the game. But anyway, let's get into this. So this is a 3D game we're going to be making, and I haven't made any assets. So if you go into your Paint app, open it. This is actually for another Unity project I was making. So we go into New. If you haven't already got a new one, we make it into kind of a square size. So then we design a texture for our block. So it's not really a block, it's actually our thing. So then we'll mainly make it green like that. Then we might make little green lines in it. So if we get out, so we should get our pen now, and click on size and make sure it's the biggest size. So then we just get our green colour and scribble, just scribble all over it. Okay, so it just looks pretty grassy. So once we go back, we'll have to save this, drag and drop it into our window. This is just making a random game. we won't be doing any scripting in this video. We will be in the future though, because I'm not that good at scripting. But maybe for a future episode, I'll write down a script on like a piece of paper or something, and then I'll keep it beside me when I'm recording. And then I will type it in a video for our game. So we will just call this block, after we save it, we will call it base block. So type in base block for the name and then click on save. Now it will close after that, but I already have it open so it won't for me. So then we open it back up. I already have it open. Then we just go here and then we click on, and as you can see base block is here, and then we can drag and drop it into Unity, and now base block is in Unity. So what we will do now, go to our asset window, right click, create material and rename it ground. So now we have a ground block. So now we're in the debug menu. But if you're just starting, you will be in the inspector menu. So what you do, you click on this little icon in the corner here. It will bring up this little menu, and then you would normally be on normal, but click on debug. And then, but I'm already on debug, so that's what you do. So now we're in the debug menu and we're on ground, so we go into save properties, text ems, element 0, first and second. Now we have scale and we can import a texture to our material. So then if we get our base block texture, we drag and drop it onto here in the first thing down in second, and now our material is textured the exact same as the thing we made in Paint. So then you click on game object, 3D object and cube. So now you have a cube in your game. So we will make this bigger in size. So go here to local scale in transform, and we'll just open up the rotation there, even though we're not rotating anyone. So we go to the local scale and we'll do it 30 by 30. So we type in 30 on the x-axis, and no, I didn't mean to do that. No, what is this thing doing? Okay, and then we type in 30 on the z-axis. So now our ground is exactly 30 by 30. So now what we do, okay. So now what we do, that we've created our ground, is we get our ground material and we drag and drop it. But we could just drag and drop this. It would look better if you make a material. But to make it look even better with the material, we will go to scale and type in 15 on the x-axis and 15 on the y-axis, and now it just looks a bit better. So we will go out of that, and so we have our ground now. So what we will do is we will start creating a house. So what we will do is we will go into Paint and go into here and click on New. So now it brings us, we are able to make a new painting. So what we are going to do is we are going to make our main color orange. So we make that orange. Now we go to edit colors and we kind of move it down around here maybe. So then we click on OK. So now we have a new color. So what we do here is we click on that. We click on that square here in the shapes you can make, and then you just keep making random squares. I'll try to leave a link to download all of the textures I use in the description. So now, and then what we do is we get our things and then we fill it in, and now we have a brick texture. So then we click on save. There we go, and call it brick wall, and then save. So we go back into Unity, we click back on here, and then as you can see we shall have our brick wall here. Oh no, I accidentally didn't import it. Okay, so we go here and we add our brick wall into our asset window. So now we have our asset for the brick wall in our asset window. So like we did before, create material, and we'll call this wall. And now we do the same as before. We drag the texture, and ta-da, we have another wall. So, but you have to do this all the time now. So you click on your cube here, which is your ground, and then you click on rename, and rename this to ground. So now this is our ground, even though it was our ground before. So what we will do is we'll click on game objects, 3D objects, and cube. So we will create a little building now. So if our cube is at 1, so if we go to local, it's at 0, so if we go to the local position and click on 1, and now we can see our cube. So if we get our, so now we have to actually scale it. So we will make the Y 6 to make it higher, and we will make the Z 5 and the X 5. But we're not going to make the X 5 because we're having it a block, so we'll put that as 1. So now maybe we should turn the Y into 5 and the X into 6. So now we have a wall. And now we will go into it here as well. Rename it. So we'll rename it here. Rename, and then we will call it wall 001. And the reason we're doing 001 for the wall is because we're going to duplicate it, but we're not going to duplicate our ground. So as you can see, I've imported our texture like we did before. Okay, so then you go back into the debug menu and all of that, yay. And then you click on the material, then you scale it. So we'll scale it to about 3 by 3. So now our wall just looks a bit better. Okay, so guys, I just want to show you some more basics here. So if we click on this, we can basically move around. Then if we go back in here, then if we right click and hold, we can look around. And if you're using one of the mouses, or like you move it around somewhere to move your cursor around, then it's the middle button to scroll to zoom in, but I do not know what it is on a keyboard mouse. If you know that, please leave it in the comments below. But guys, we've run out of time for this video here. But this is only tutorial 1. I will see you in tutorial 2. Bye!